Prior to seeing Dr. White, I was diagnosed with POTS in 2016. So I had POTS for 6 years by the time I saw Dr. White. And since getting COVID in end of 2020 and then later on multiple times in 2021, I had also been diagnosed with mild asthma. I had been diagnosed with brand new allergies to my cat and dog and soy, all of which I was around, and I'd eaten soy very often. So those were all brand new allergies to things I had no issues with before. I was also diagnosed with severe acid reflux, and I was having horrible digestive issues. So I was bloated constantly. I seemed to be suffocating. I had the feeling of suffocating after anything I ate or drank. I really wasn't sure what was going on, but horrible bloating, sensitive to everything. And the most notable and most disturbing symptom that I had was a constant feeling of like a 25-pound weight on my chest. And I also would have tightness run from my neck down to the bottom of my abdomen. It felt like I had a rope around my neck going down my abdomen, and it just got tighter throughout the day, and it got a little bit less at night after I woke up from sleeping, after I didn't have food for a while. And then it would just restart in the morning, especially once I had breakfast. Dr. White diagnosed me with several kinds of mold in my body. I had an HHV6 virus, retrovirus, that was living in my vagus nerve. I had 3 kinds of parasites. So I had all of these root causes living in my body that COVID had essentially turned on, all these dormant issues in my body that were exacerbated by COVID. I also did have the COVID virus still living in my gut and in my lungs. And the treatment plan involved starting with a parasite detox. So for me personally, I went on Alinea, which was the prescription that killed off the parasites, and I paired that with a binder, chlorella, and those 2 things wiped out the parasites in my body. And then next we did a mold detox. So that was a prescription called Tulsera that worked best for my body, paired with my binder, chlorella, which also wiped the mold out of my body, which was so fabulous. And then we did a retrovirus protocol, which was broccoli sprouts pills and different kinds of herbal tinctures. For me personally, it was BioPure's ENV and BioPure Cystis, and that worked wonderfully. I also had other supplements I was taking to help support my body throughout the process. I had thyroid issues, I had histamine issues, and I also had to completely change my diet, because what we found, the reason I was feeling like I was suffocating after eating everything is because I was sensitive to, it seemed, everything under the sun. I was so sick, my body in a way had become sensitive to itself because of everything that was living in my body. And then we tested through ART, checking what foods I could start introducing. And so I did that, and over the months I was able to introduce more and more things, and as more things left my body and I became less sensitive to my own system, I could introduce more foods, and that increased over time. Now I am doing 90 to 95% better 15 months into treatment. It is night and day from where I was before. 15 months ago, I was in bed every day just struggling to breathe, and now I am singing, working out, traveling again. I am living my normal life in most ways. My food and my water are very clean. I'm still very conscious of what I'm putting in my body, but I'm doing so much better. And one really exciting and unexpected major bonus from this whole process is that my POTS actually went dormant a few months into working with Dr. White.